my literary luminaries, and welcome back to another Tuesday Talks. It is a snow day for me today. Do you have any idea of how rare it is for me to be able to say those words? But it is all kinds of snowy out here in Richmond today, so I'm getting ahead on some videos, given that you're going to see these like 2 weeks from now, but that's not the point. Today's Tuesday Talks topic is to show your favorite book series. And since the question did actually say show, I pulled some books off of my shelves, and you can look at them, though you've probably seen most, if not all of them, before. Because since they're my favorites, I've talked about them a lot. But we will start with the one I've probably spoken about the least, and that is the Black Jewels trilogy, starting with Daughter of the Blood, here by Anne Bishop. It took me so long to get into this series. Like, a friend of mine, very good friend of mine, got all 3 books of the initial trilogy at like a Borders sale when they were going out of business. And he sent them to me and was like, "These are my favorite books, you read them now." And I was like, okay. And I started into it, and it deals very much with the instant immersion that frustrates me so much. This drops you right into the middle of everything, and I was so lost and so confused. I couldn't do it. I kept telling my friend, I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how any of this works. Like, I'm so confused. He goes, just give it a chance. Please keep trying. And so eventually I pushed my way through it, and I am so happy I did. This is a fantastic trilogy. I don't even know how to describe it. I mean, it starts with a prophecy and goes into this wonderful... It's not really a chosen one epic, but it is sort of... I don't know. You just read it yourself. Janelle's an interesting character, but absolutely number 1 favorite series. Sit down here, please, Mr. Book. Next. Actually, I will go to this one next instead. Pulling everything off my desk. And I'm not sure if this is the second or first book. I'm always a little confused on that one, but that is the Mary Gentry series by Laurell K. Hamilton. Which I am always amused at how much I like it, because of course it's another one that I picked up on book 3, and I didn't realize it was book 3 until a friend of mine from back then was like, you realize this is a series, right? That there's more before this? I was like, oh, really? Maybe that would help make this make sense. And the answer is yes and no. This does a little bit of instant immersion too, but because Mary herself is sort of outside of the world of fairy, we get introduced to it a lot as she comes back and deals with it. I love this series. I understand everyone's reservations that I've heard about both the Anita Blake and the Mary Gentry series. I completely understand them. I don't even necessarily disagree with them. But I still love this series. There's so many handsome boys. So many. I'm so jealous of Mary. And, of course, what would a KRI and Frey video be if I didn't talk about MCA Hogarth? But honestly, if we're talking about my favorite series, I have to talk about the Pelted Universe. And I honestly refuse to try and pick a favorite out of the 3 main ones that I've read. They are all the Eldritch series. So we have the Her Instruments series, which starts with Earthrise. We have the Dream Healers series, which the book says duology, but I know for a fact she's working on a 3rd. That starts with Mind Touch. And the Prince's Game series, which begins with Even the Wingless, which has a new cover and it's much fancier than this one, but I like this one anyway. And, I mean, you've all been around the channel long enough. You know how much I love MCA Hogarth. And her Pelted stuff is fascinating, and I love her work with the Eldritch. I'm a couple books behind now, which kind of makes me sad. I need to go back and pick up the ones that I don't have so I can try and catch up and read more about all my characters that I love so very, very much. But honestly, the one thing that binds all of these series together and why they've all sort of become favorites of mine is character. The depth of character, the level of detail that all of these authors go into, the level to which we end up connected to all of these characters. It's absolutely fantastic. And that's what makes a story for me. If it's a book, if it's a series, it doesn't matter. If I'm not connected to your characters, I'm not going to enjoy it. That's just as simple as it is. And, some of these, I only needed, the first book of I only needed Mind Touch to fall in love with Jaheir and Visita. That's all I needed. And, it took me a little while longer to warm up to Lysanthere in The Prince's Game, but it doesn't matter. Some of the characters in the Mary Gentry series, I'm still struggling with. And there's a whole bunch of books over there. That whole top shelf from the Fuzzy Bear here over. That's all L.K. Hamilton, and he's sitting on one of the books too. There's a whole bunch of books, but it's wonderful. I love them all, but guaranteed, if you have a book with strong character, that's going to be the kind of book that I am specifically drawn to. But as always, I would love to hear what your favorite book series are. Let me know in the comments down below or on Twitter at KRINFrey. As always, I would love to hear from y'all. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It is very much appreciated and very much helps. And hey, if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, why not subscribe? YouTube will very kindly notify you anytime that I post a new video, which should be every Tuesday and Thursday. But in the meantime, I shall bid you all adieu, and I will see you all on Thursday for Top 5 Wednesday. Bye! I really wish I could show you all better, but I don't trust this particular camera to try and get over there. But there's so much snow. The northern child in me is like, oh, it looks like normal now. This is what January's supposed to look like. Except now I get to do what I always wanted to in the north, and that's stay home and drink hot cocoa and read books. That's all I want in life, and I get to do it.